Service drop installation. Quality work is the product of highly trained, skilled workers who are dedicated to doing the job right the first time. By observing the methods and procedures presented in this video, you will be able to install service drops safely and in a manner that will benefit your consumers for many years to come. Once the installation of the meter base has been completed, you are ready to proceed with the basic 120-240 volt service drop installation. Service drop installation specifications can vary. If your company's specifications differ from those seen in this program, follow your company's specifications. The installer should inspect the area where the installation is to take place to make sure there are no dangerous situations that present a hazard to his personal safety. Examples of these hazards are roads, traffic, and service drops or conductors that are attached to the same pole he will be working on. The initial inspection should also include a close examination of the meter base installation to make sure it is attached properly and securely. If any problems are detected, they should be addressed prior to proceeding with the service drop installation. After this inspection is completed, make sure that all the materials required for the service drop installation are available. The materials that will be utilized in this installation are multiplex conductor, a house knob for the service drop, a secondary clevis and insulator, 2 preformed dead ends, 6 connectors, 1 roll of electrical tape. Once all the materials have been accounted for, the next step is the installation of the house knob. This is placed on an exterior wall of a house or building. In this example, installation will take place on a house that is constructed of brick and concrete, which necessitates the use of an anchor and drill bit appropriate for concrete. Service drop clearances are important. Road crossings require at least 5.5 meters to allow vehicle traffic to pass safely below it. The service drop on the house side is now ready for multiplex cable installation. The installer should estimate the amount of multiplex cable required to make the connection between the house knob and the weatherhead. An additional 50 centimeters is added. At this point, the multiplex is wrapped 3 to 5 times with electrical tape. The phase wires are then unwound from the neutral conductor. Install one side of the preformed dead end on the neutral. Then remove sufficient insulation from each phase conductor to allow connectors to be installed. Insert the preformed dead end through the house knob and complete its installation by wrapping the other side to the neutral. Always clean the conductor adequately with a wire brush to ensure that a low-resistance, high-quality connection is made. Now, using proper connectors and installation procedures, connect service drop conductors to the appropriate meter loop leads protruding from the weatherhead. Make sure the neutral and phases are correctly installed to their corresponding conductors in the meter loop. Now, wrap the connectors with electrical tape. This removes a public safety hazard and prevents short circuits. Once this is accomplished, the installer moves to the service pole and installs the secondary clevis. Installation requires an eye nut, secondary clevis, and spool insulator and can usually be installed on a pre-existing bolt on the pole. The installer should now prepare the hand line for sagging. Once the multiplex cable is unrolled, the groundmen assist in estimating the amount of cable required to complete the installation. The multiplex is then tied to the hand line and raised to the secondary position. Once the conductor is at sag, it is dead-ended to the secondary clevis. The leads are then cut to the proper length. The insulation is removed. The leads are cleaned thoroughly, and the connectors are installed. Finally, they are sealed with electrical tape. Warning: if you are installing an energized service drop, consult your company's policies for additional precautions and procedures which may be required. As always, inspect the pole before climbing down. This includes the work just completed as well as the work of others who were previously on the pole. If any problems are encountered, they should be corrected immediately. Once the service drop is energized, the installer should check the load center or breakers to make sure they are in the open or de-energized position. Using a voltmeter, the installer should verify the following. First, connect the voltmeter across one phase of the line side of the meter base and the neutral. The reading should be 120 volts. Repeat the process on the second phase. Second, connect the voltmeter across a load side phase and the neutral. The reading for this should be 0 volts. Repeat the process on the second phase. Third, connect the voltmeter across a line side phase and a load side phase. The result of this should also be 0 volts. Repeat this process on the second load side phase. Finally, a reading must be taken between the two line side phases. The result of this reading should be 240 volts. In case there is a problem with any of these readings, re-inspect the installation and correct the problem. Once this has been done, recheck the phases and their volt readings before installing the meter. Meter installation. The meter is installed by placing it at an angle with its bottom two posts aligned with the bottom lugs of the meter base. Push the meter up until its top posts are aligned with the upper lugs in the meter base. Once the meter is aligned with the base, shove the meter firmly into the base. No matter what the job, you should always wear proper safety equipment and appropriate clothing to protect yourself. After the meter is securely fitted into the base, the retaining ring and meter seal should be installed according to your company's policies. House breakers can now be energized. As professional electric workers, you should strive to produce the best quality service drops possible. This will give years of safe, reliable electric service to your consumers.